What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another fresh commentary. Now guys, as we all know, Mei got removed from Overwatch. He won't be back until November 15th, and just like any other hero that's been removed, there were some issues with her that need to be resolved, like people exploiting that one Kuriko glitch that allowed her to go out of bounds with Mei's wall and make her invincible. That was a mess in competitive matches. Also balance issues with Mei in general too. Her freezing was a bit too overpowered despite the nerf when the game released, and so much more. But she had to be pulled from the game just like Bastion and Tourbillon, and she won't be back until November 15th's patch update, which if you don't know will bring about other hero updates and changes as well, and maybe some other new rewards and content. But Mei's gone and it's only temporary. She will be back. Everyone knows she's returning next week, but now I'm not quite sure about that because people want her removed from the game for good. Like nobody wants her to return back to Overwatch 2. They think Overwatch 2 is better off without her, saying that she should stay out of the game because she ruins the balance of everything, and it kind of sucks people keep trying to convince the devs into keeping her out of the game for good. It's also kind of dumb because she's been around since the whole thing started. She's one of the original heroes, and personally she's my favorite. One of my most played heroes of all time over the last 6 years. She's really up there with the other heroes in the catalog. So for them to try and get her banned for good and to never return to Overwatch is so sad for me. I know her gameplay can be a bit annoying at times, not gonna lie. Like there are some serious Mei mains out there that cannot stand going up against another Mei. That's how annoying she is. Everyone is sick of the freezing, especially the new players because they're new to all this. But that's her thing. That's her signature move. It's all she got. Ice gun and that's it. She doesn't really have any special power like anyone else. Just smart and uses an ice weapon. Bad enough they nerfed the hell out of her in the new game by making her unable to freeze enemies anymore, only with her ult. So her abilities are the same as Moria and Symmetra now. Just tag enemies and watch as their health bar goes down and that's it. Really sucks that the nerf made her really unfun to play as. That's why nobody really picks her anymore in Overwatch 2 compared to 1. Her gameplay just got so boring after the nerf, and now people want her out of the game, which is ridiculous. Not enough everyone pressured the devs into nerfing her freezing ability in the new game. Now they want her scrapped for good? Like, okay, that's a bit too far. Like I said, that's pretty much her only move. She barely has any mobility too. She's not the fastest character in the game, so that's what she has if someone gets in close. Just keep them in place and lower their health, and that's it. Just maintain your distance and that's it, and stop complaining. We've all been used to her for years, but seems like in this new Overwatch, people don't want to deal with her at all, and are saying the game has been so much better ever since she got removed temporarily, and that's what's really driving people into essentially begging the devs to keep her out of the game for good. But that's not gonna happen. You can try and convince them as much as you want, but it's like I said, she's not just some new character. Like this girl has her own animated short and is one of the top 10. If they removed her forever, the fans will be heated and probably drop the game. Plus, not only for the fact that she's been around for so long, but she's a really good defense character compared to anyone else on the game. Her walls and ult help a lot when the entire team is getting pushed just a bit too far back by the enemy team. In my eyes, she's incredibly useful. Of course, they have time to fix her. That's what they're doing right now. They'll just find another way for her abilities to work like they did with Hanzo and everyone else who got a bit OP. I'm sure Blizzard will find something else to replace her freeze ray if it bothers everyone so much. But even though that's what everybody else is complaining about, that's not really the problem and the sole reason she was removed from the game. It's her walls. It's been causing far too many glitches like the Kuriko one I mentioned before. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't know why they didn't just remove Kuriko and nerf her teleportation rather than remove Mei for her walls. I think that was just an excuse to remove her and work over the character more and more so that people can stop complaining. And also, it wouldn't look right if they removed the new character that just came out, especially because she is the star of the entire event that just came out too. So actually, that's pretty smart of them to do. But this continuous removal of heroes has got to stop. It seems like they really did rush the game and are now starting to patch up and nerf every hero that doesn't really work well in the game. But then again, with all the traffic they're getting, even with the beta, you can't really tell what works and doesn't until you have thousands of players testing out everything out for you. Probably why they would continue with this method, but it's getting a lot of players mad, and some people who only play those specific heroes may drop the game because they just keep taking them out every other week, and it's not a good look. Blizzard keeps continuing with this constant removal of heroes almost every week, and Mei, man, I don't even know at this point. It just seems like every other month they're gonna keep removing characters so they can fix them, and they're taking the longest with Mei. Watch her come back on Tuesday and she's gonna become like a support character and she won't be able to freeze anyone anymore because people are mad at her sub abilities like her ult now. They might as well just replace her weapon at this point or something because players just despise this hero. Probably the most hated hero in all of Overwatch now. It's all just a mess, and I'm interested to see how Blizzard is gonna fix her up with the new update dropping this Tuesday. Like I said, her abilities will probably probably not even freeze anymore. It might just tag people and that's it, like Symmetra and Mora. That's how her freeze already got fixed. I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna go on with her ultimate. And watch the same thing happen with her walls in some way. It's not even gonna be an ice wall anymore. Watch it be like it can deflect bullets and you can still walk through it. Or they won't go as high and they're gonna be easy to break now. All I know is Mei is going to have the biggest downgrade in all of Overwatch next to Doomfist soon. Nobody's gonna want to play her anymore and it sucks, but that's the way it has to be now. Just because everyone keeps complaining. Like, just deal with it. It happens. We all hate certain abilities and ultimates from certain heroes. Every game is like that, but I guess people are just used to complaining on Twitter to the entire team and telling them to fix it now, to the point where they get so pressured into doing so, just to shape the game the way they want it. Right now, it's just a constant battle in the Overwatch community on whether Mei should remain or get removed from the game forever. And for what I see, I don't think she's going anywhere. The solution is they're going to nerf her so bad to the point where they'll just make it so where nobody wants to pick her, just like Doomfist. And that just solve their issues in their eyes. This is the route they're taking now with certain heroes. This is really how it's going to be going forward. If people don't like a certain hero, they're not going to remove it. They're just going to nerf her so bad where they're so weak and unusable, and then nobody would just pick it. So rip Mei mains, we're all going to be taking L's over the next few days because she's going to be even more worse than she already is. I say just replace her weapon because it's obvious her freezing isn't working. Or keep her ult. It makes sense. It's an ultimate. It should be OP. And then like change the other abilities. Like maybe the freeze should work, but it should have like a massive cooldown or limited ammo to the point where like when the bar runs out, the only way to refill it is when you respawn. That would be a bit more fair in my eyes. And everybody's complaining about the icicle. Just make it a little weaker and that's it. There's just so many ways they can go about this. So many solutions, so many problems that can arise after it. It's just mind-boggling what will happen with this next patch. Can't wait to see how nuts everyone's gonna be when the new update drops. Everyone's gonna be going crazy on the new Mei changes. That's pretty much it. Just wanted to talk on this because people really do believe Mei is going to be gone for good, just because the majority of the community demands it. But trust me, it's not gonna happen. Why would they scrap one of the most original and iconic characters in all of Overwatch? They didn't just pump all that money into that short for nothing. Like I said, they'll just nerf her badly to make it so nobody will want to play her, and she'll be one of the most dead heroes of all time next to Doomfist, or completely change the way her weapons work like Hanzo. Let me know your thoughts below in the comments, subscribe if you're new, leave a like, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, stay blue.